Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be taking you back to one of my favorite countries in the world, Austria. This country has become a preferred destination for many travelers, experts and students. Many people actually don't know that the cost of studying in Austria can be quite reasonable, especially at public universities, with costs ranging at an average of 1,500 euros per year. Thus, in this video, I'll be showing you how to apply to JKU, in other words, Johannes Kepler University. And the good news is, JKU actually has an amazing QS World University ranking. It is amongst the top 500 universities in the world, and it is also ranked as one of the best universities in Europe, top 200 to be more specific. Now, without wasting more time, let us look at how you can apply at this prestigious university that offers a reasonable tuition fee. Alright, so we are on the official website of JKU, and I'll try to go through all this information very slowly so that everyone actually understands what I'm talking about, and so that everyone is on the same page. So the first thing is that on the right hand side there's DE and EN. So this is basically just the language which you prefer to view this website in. So I'm going to select EN because I'd like to view this page in English. Alright, now the next thing is that when you scroll down, you'll see that there are so many squares here that have information that might be useful to you. So whatever it is that you intend to read or anything that you might find useful, do make sure that you actually go through it. Right, so let's get right into what is important for this video. Number one, we are going to be looking at degree programs, what is available. Now, I do have to let you guys know beforehand that there are programs in different languages, and I'll show you how to select the course that is in the language that you prefer. Okay, so now we can click here where it says all degree programs, or if you actually know what you want, then you can select it right here. There's education, computer science, engineering, natural sciences, business, law, art, science, etc. Yeah, so I'm going to just go ahead and click on all degree programs, and then I'll show you how to choose your program correctly. Okay, now these are the subject areas. Okay, as you can see here, these are the subject areas. This here is the language. Yes. And over here, you've got degree programs with admission procedure. So you can select what you want. Do you want admission procedure applies or admission procedure does not apply? It's up to you. And then over here, you've got the type of degree program. Are you looking for bachelor, diploma, master, or doctorate/PhD? Okay. So let's assume, for example, you would like to study, let's say, a bachelor's program, right? You can select bachelor here, and you can also select the language. You want to study a bachelor program which is in English, because you can see right here, there are 26 bachelor programs, and they are listed here: artificial intelligence, biological chemistry, business and economics, business law, business admin, etc. But these are both in German and English. So there are 26 bachelor programs. So if you want one that is in English, then you need to select English here. Then you will realize that there are now only 5 results. And the bachelor programs that are offered in English are as follow: artificial intelligence, biological chemistry, chemistry and chemical technology, transformation studies, art and science, and international business administration. This is business and it is in English. All right. So that is actually how you select your program. Now, if you want, for example, a diploma course, you can now choose diploma. Yeah. Yeah, so once you select diploma, as I was saying, you'll see that there are actually only two results for diploma programs. Now, these programs are offered in German. As you can see, the language is indicated here. All right, so basically, this tells us that there are no diploma programs in English, unfortunately. So, if you want to look for a master's program, you are going to do exactly the same thing, right? You deselect these and you select master program, right? And you can see here that there are 38 results for master's programs. However, this is basically a mixture of English and German. So if you only want courses that are offered in English for master's programs, then make sure that you select English here. Now you can see that there are 20 master's programs offered at this university, and you've got, for example, artificial intelligence, you've got biological chemistry, computer science, you've got economics, and you've got under business, you've also got economics and business analytics, global business, etc. And there's only 12 out of 20, so you can click on show more to see the rest of the courses that are offered on master's level in English. Now, if you do the same for doctorate, so you can deselect masters, so you now can see here that there's 0 selected, and you can select doctorate programs. So there are only 2 programs offered here, and both PhD programs are offered in English. And you've got a PhD program in education as well as a PhD program in economics and statistics, and they are both offered in English, as you can see. So this is how you can basically find a course, which I believe is the first thing you need to do before you even attempt to apply for your course. Next, I will be showing you how to apply for admission. Right, so now I'm going to show you guys an example of how you can see information regarding your studies. So let's go back to, let's say, master's programs, yeah? And let's say, for example, you are interested in studying artificial intelligence. So you can go right here and click on artificial intelligence, and you will be brought to the next page where you'll be able to see an overview of your course, what it's all about, and you'll also be able to see the key facts on the right hand side about your course. So this is a Master of Science degree, and you have 4 semesters, 120 credits. You also have a language requirement, which is English level B2. And if you're still confused about how you can improve your language skills, you can always contact the university. So location is at Linz and optional with remote learning elements. You can also obviously inquire about that. Location is in Vienna and it's optional with remote learning elements. And you've also got another location, which is at Bregenz, and beginning in the fall of 2021. So you can always ask about information regarding the locations of your course. Now, this is a full-time program, and over here on the left, you've got your page content, right? So the first thing is that you've got your program structure. This is basically just how your program is going to be structured, what are the courses that you're going to study, etc., your core subject areas, what you will learn in the program, career prospects, and admission to studies. So these are the kind of information that you should go through. So you can see your program structure is actually outlined here, and every program will actually indicate all these key informations to you as a student. Now, admission to studies, these are the requirements if you would like to study this particular course. So it's very necessary for you to read this information. And as always, every course will have different requirements. So you cannot expect that this course will have the same requirements as another course. So here you are told that in order to be admitted to the master's degree program, you must fulfill the following requirements. So first things first, you need to prove your English language skills, and you will be required to submit proof of B2 level of language proficiency in English and successful completion of a bachelor's degree program in artificial intelligence at the JKU allows you to enroll in the master's degree program without any admission constraints. So if you earned an undergraduate degree in one of the following programs at the JKU or completed a comparable degree at another university, you will be required to take 6 ECT as credits in machine learning courses. So this is the requirement. Now, the good news is you can earn this ECT as credits through your elective courses during the master's degree program, which is, I think, really nice. So if you have any other questions, you can always go through the FAQs. These are very, very helpful as well. Okay, so select your course on that page and then read through what your course is all about. Now, how will you apply for your course? That is the question. So again, we're going to click here at the top where it says degree programs. Then we are going to click here on the right where it says international students if you are an international student, right? So here we are, click on international students and you will be brought to this page here. So when you get to this page for international students, this is the page that will basically guide you properly on how you complete your application. So let's scroll down and then we can see these points here. What else is good to know about studying at the JKU? Okay. Number one, tuition fees. This is quite important because obviously this is not a scholarship video. It's a video that allows people that are willing to pay their own fees and shows them a university that offers reasonable fees. You know, there are a lot of universities in Europe that would ask, for example, 18,000 for a course. But let's have a look at just how much your studies will cost. So basically, when it comes to tuition fees, degree-seeking students holding Australian EU or EEA citizenships are exempt from paying tuition fees when completing studies within the designated period of study as outlined on the curriculum. However, third country nationals, with some exceptions, are subject to paying tuition fees. Now, below are the tuition fees, okay? Degree-seeking students, aside from the duration of studies, plus the additional semesters of tolerance, €363.36 per semester is supposed to be paid, right? And for third country nationals, which is us, we are supposed to pay €726.72. Now, I have to say that this amount is quite reasonable. It can even be compared to Asian universities, if you ask me. So the union fee is then added to your school fees, and that is going to be €22.70, which you also need to pay. Okay, and if you want detailed information about the Austrian Student Union fee and tuition fees, you can click this link over here. Now, they also have an option here where you can find out how you can be rewarded for your academic success. So you can read here about grants and scholarships at JKU, all right? And then the next thing that we are going to look at is basically going to be, just a moment, we'll continue from that list where we were, okay? Okay, now that you've understood how the tuition fees work, we are going to go right back at the top, and it says if you want to study at JKU as an international student, you should have the following information. So you should know about the degree programs, which you already went through, and then we are going to go to admission with international educational qualifications. This is the one that actually refers to us. Okay, so you are going to register with international educational qualifications. So if you are a bachelor student, you can go right ahead and click here. If you are a master's student, then you can go right ahead and click here. So assuming you want to apply for a master's program, you can then just click on masters and you'll be given the step-to-step guide on how to apply as an international student. So registration for international applicants, right? Create an applicant account. So you can click here to find out how you can create an account. So during the account registration procedure, you can click this hyperlink here. You register at the JKU for the first time as an applicant at the university, and you'll receive a guest account. This account will allow you to continue the registration procedure. Okay, so you can click here to register for an account, which will allow you to start with your application. So how do I select my degree program? We've already done that. And what are the deadlines to submit an application? Very important. You do need to go through this. Now remember guys, some of you have said in the previous video some deadlines have already passed when they've not, and it's really because you're looking at the wrong deadlines. This one specifically is for EU and EEA citizens. If you go below, you'll see that these deadlines are the correct ones for non-EU or EEA citizens. This is basically for foreign nationals who do not fall under this number here, or those that are stateless. Okay, so if you're looking at, for example, the winter semester is already passed because it started in February 6th and ended on April 30th. However, the summer semester intake or applications are still open. It started September 6th and it's closing on November 30th, indicated here. So the deadline has not passed. But you should also check for each course, because each course might have a different deadline which falls in between these days here. So it doesn't mean that just because, let's say for example, chemistry, the deadline for chemistry might be November 30, but the deadline for physics might be November 26, so please always check on that. Then here you can see what documents do you need. You need a passport, proof of completing preliminary studies, proof of language proficiency, etc. So you can just go through that, right? And basically, if your course is in German, then you need to be able to prove of an A2 level language of proficiency, right? Do I need to have my documents notarized? So JKU My Admission allows you to upload your documents without any notarization. Once you've received a notification from admissions office, you have to submit required documents in the original or as certified copies, okay? Now, please note, depending on the country issuing the respective certification, the documents must also be certified as to their authenticity. Now, I know in my country, we actually certify our documents at the police station to prove that they are authentic, all right? So, next thing we want to look at is going to be then, this is all information you can just read through basically, right? And then do your documents need to be translated? You can also check this, right? Foreign language documents, unless issued in English by the responsible authority, must be accompanied with German translation. So if your documents are in English, you don't have to. So once you are done applying, you will then receive your letter of admission. And then step 4, you will enroll in person once you arrive in Australia, after everything has been done, and then you will pay the Austrian Student Union fee, and if applicable, your tuition fees will also be paid. And you can obviously click on here to understand, why do I have to pay the student union fee, and if applicable, tuition fees. So these are the steps that you need to follow to complete an application at this university. And like I said, you guys, I believe this is such a great opportunity because the school fees are quite reasonable. So if you are really serious about migrating, then this is the video for you. Now, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, comment your questions, and I also want to know, where are you guys watching from? What is the name of your country? As some of you may or may not know, I'm from Namibia, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.